Join me as we celebrate the work and contributions of two individuals who have led us over the past 4 years. Both Councillor Dr. Denise Soyafat Angus and Assemblyman Ansel Dennis have given yeoman service to the division over the years. Over the last 4 years, the Division of Community Development and Culture placed greater emphasis on building human capacity to ensure that Tobagonians become more self-aware with regards to their history and more self-reliant and resilient in providing for themselves. Programs such as the Youth in Culture Initiative, the Vocational Skills Program, the My Tobago app and marketplace, and the year-round Heritage Experience demonstrate our efforts to provide opportunities for new income streams while keeping to the fore of the younger generation the rich history of our island. Human capacity development has been a key focus of the Secretary during her tenure. It was against this premise that the division, through its many projects, aimed to develop the capacity of the people in many areas of culture and craft in preparing them for opportunities in the cultural and creative industries and support for the tourism sector. The Youth and Culture Project, which seeks to bring opportunities for mentoring and cultural dialogue to young persons in Tobago. The Vocational Skills Program, which has trained approximately 2,000 Tobagonians in more than 30 communities across Tobago over the last 4 years, in over 46 areas of skill. The Cool Kids Camp, Creative Minds Expo, Arts Push Program, and Fashion Fundamentals Program all demonstrate the focus of empowering Tobagonians for greater accomplishment. In fact, the Fashion Vanguard program was one of the key projects launched in this regard over the last few years. In collaboration with Vice Versa Fashion Company, the Fashion Vanguard project, under the banner Fashion, Film, Music, is seeing pieces from several Tobago designers in boutiques across Asia, London, North America, and the rest of the world. The Fashion Vanguard project offers local designers an opportunity to benefit from value chain management, including marketing, quality control, and sources of raw materials and production houses. Tobago also hosted the first initiative that brought international buyers from multiple locations to meet with designers for commerce, with the full fashion value chain worked out so that orders can be fulfilled as part of the Fashion Vanguard brand. The Tobago Day experience in the Point Fortin Borough Day celebrations was expanded in 2013 to include more than Tobago's indigenous culture. The division has also facilitated many workshops featuring cultural activists from many countries, including capoeira master Bittencourt of Brazil, acclaimed choreographer, dance educator, and artistic director of the National Dance Theatre of Antigua and Barbuda, Veronica Yearwood, master drummers from West Africa, Fode Kamara and Amadou Kieno. Secretary Soyafat Angus also led a delegation of cultural ambassadors from Tobago to the 2014 Cuba Disco Music Festival in Cuba. Also that year, a 33-member Tobago contingent made a grand statement with an energetic performance at the 2014 Carifesta 11 in Suriname. No man is an island, and it is usual and customary for countries to develop partnerships which could be beneficial to its people. This was one of the areas of focus when the Secretary held discussions with several ambassadors, strengthened relationships, and forged partnerships to the benefit of our people. Some of the benefits of these collaborations include the strengthening of cultural exchanges between Cuba and Tobago, free conversational Spanish, cuatro, violin, and percussion classes as a result of collaboration with the Venezuelan Embassy, the hosting of the Women in Leadership and River of Freedom programs in collaboration with the United States Embassy. Another focus of the last 4 years was preserving the culture and developing the arts. This was the basis for the shaping of the Tobago Traditional and Indigenous Academy. The Carnival Educational School project was also initiated to educate the youth about Carnival. Then there was the introduction of the Ballet Fest educational component, which seeks to preserve the cultural form and disseminate information of the ballet dance through interactive, high-energy, and dynamic workshops. Through Black History Month celebrations, the division sought to recognize Black men and women of Tobago and the diaspora who have had an impact on cultural, social, political, and economic landscape of the country post-independence. It features panel discussions and youth forums and culminates with a Tobago Cultural Weekend, which highlights Pan and Calypso as it used to be, African traditions in modern times, and oral traditions then to now. There was also the Maypole Festival, the Arts for the Aging program, Calypso writing and oral traditions workshops, the Phenomenal Woman program, and the list goes on. In 2015, the division launched its Grant Support Program for Tobago Calypsonians qualifying to Skinner Park for Calypso Fiesta, Calypso Monarch semifinals, and the Junior Monarch finals. A similar support grant was given to established steel pan groups for assistance in replacing of instruments. The Culture in Motion project was launched in 2014 to provide entertainment for tourists visiting our shores through the Cruise Ship Initiative. This innovative project is used as a vehicle for cultural tourism. In 2016, the program was extended to include international airport arrivals. In 2014, the Tobago Heritage Festival evolved to add the year-round heritage experience, which involves more communities and more events. Our Tobago Carnival has indeed blossomed. The Carnival provides an avenue for local mass makers to display their creative talents to local, regional, and international audiences. Aimed at promoting civic pride and love for Tobago's clean, green, safe, and serene paradise, the Pride of Tobago project is a biannual project of the division and takes the form of a competition which targets community involvement and has evolved over the years. The Centenarian Awareness Awards program was launched in 2013 and was geared towards recognizing individuals who attain the age of 100 and the contributions they have made towards Tobago and the nation. Each year, the division recognizes the births and deaths of our centenarians. And in another significant milestone, the Accounts Department has reduced the payment processing time of vouchers. Hence, checks are prepared at a much faster rate. Faster processing of payments means that account payables at the division is significantly lower. This means more satisfied customers. And we cannot end this program without boasting about the many new and upgraded facilities done by the division over the last 4 years. Facilities such as the Cats and Jammers Pan Theatre have also benefited from upgrades over the year. In the last fiscal year alone, the division spent over $7 million in upgrades. The division has built community centers, refurbished centers, and extended pan yards, installed Y-zones, and collaborated with the Division of Finance and Enterprise to facilitate the operations of walk-in centers, which are business centers attached to some of the community centers. Building families, sustainable culture, preserving communities, changing lives is a new vision of the division and can be found outlined in its strategic and operational plan 2016 to 2019. All of this would not have been possible without the support of the various administrators, staff of the division, and all stakeholders over the years. Much of the programs and initiatives successfully completed could not have been accomplished without their support and constructive feedback. As we celebrate tonight, let us pay homage to our leaders, Dr. Angus, Mr. Dennis. We really appreciate your support, direction, and vision, and the sacrifices that you've made over the last 4 years. And we say thank you. Mama, kakila